Welcome to Casa de la Mena. I have finally filmed the highly requested macaroni and cheese video. I hope this, meets your standards. I will be leaving the ingredients in the description along with steps as far as how you can make this yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to Dating and Dining Miami. So now we are going to do our macaroni and cheese. This is a basic 3-cheese macaroni and cheese. So I have my glass dish here. I was going to do it in my cast iron skillet, but I'm having trouble with cleaning it. This is my first time having one, so I'll come back with like the shrimp macaroni and cheese to put in my cast iron. But these are my ingredients here. So I have Colby Jack, American cheese, and mozzarella. Excuse me, y'all, that's my charger. And what I do is I already add my dry seasonings to my cheese, and I just stir it up just like that. And what my dry seasonings are is super simple. It is garlic powder, cracked black pepper, and sea salt. So I've already salted my water, and I'm just waiting for it to get to a boil, so that way, you see the little pink stuff right there, that's the pink sea salt. So that way I can go ahead and add in my macaroni noodles. So when this gets to a boil, we'll just go ahead and add it in. Okay, so while we wait for our noodles to start boiling, we're just gonna go ahead and start with our roux. First thing first, we are going to melt this butter on low heat. Well, I'm actually gonna melt it faster than that, simply because I'm gonna use some of this butter to coat my dish for where the macaroni and cheese is gonna go. So right now I'm just melting this down, and I'm just gonna use that little brush that you just saw to coat the pan with it. On the dance floor. We're gonna melt it just like so. Okay, so we'll come back when it's all melted down. So it's melting now, so we're just gonna take it and just real quick coat your pan. Just like that. Make sure all the macaroni is coated. Perfect. Now we're just going to turn down the heat here on this. Now it's too hot, and you do not want this to burn because it's going to be brown. And nobody wants macaroni and cheese. The base of my macaroni and cheese is my roux. And I should be cooking with a real utensil, not a spoon, but oh well. My house, my rules. I'm gonna add a little more butter. I want this all the way melted. Okay, it's getting there. Just waiting for this little piece right here to melt down. And while that is, we're gonna go ahead and add in some flour. Just slowly add in some flour, just like that. You're gonna take your whisk. Just like so. Uh-oh. You're gonna pour a little milk in there. Don't worry, when you add your cheese, you're gonna add more, but this is just to make sure you get the sides too. This is just to start the base of the roux, and you want to make sure that there are no clumps whatsoever. So you're gonna stir and cook until this is smooth. See how it's just like the clumps are disintegrating? And this is something you want to take your time with. Do not rush when you're doing this. Just add a little more milk. Sure I get the side there. That excess flour. See how it's getting thick like that? That's exactly what you're looking for. And you just want to keep stirring on low heat until there's no more clumps. It's going to take a while, but that's okay. Just keep going. And this is the base to get it all thick. Just add a little more milk. Now we see our noodles are boiling. Give them a quick stir just like that. So now that we have the samples, we're just getting all the clumps out. You can see the big clumps in here. If you want to keep turning until you don't have any, that's okay as well. We're just going to go ahead and put that to the side. And now we're just going to slowly add in our cheeses. I know some people's like, oh, you know, it tastes better when you, what they say, it tastes better when you shred your cheese. To me, it don't make no difference. I'm just being honest. And you're just gonna turn it in there just like that. And you're gonna do this on low heat until all your cheese is melted. And we're gonna come back when this is all melted down. Turn the heat up just a little bit because again, you do not want to melt this. And what you want to do is, let's go ahead and add a little more milk to it to break it down. I like to use whole milk. I don't drink milk at all, but I do use whole milk when I am making my macaroni and cheese. I don't know why, I just feel like, you know, it make it taste better. But me personally, when it comes to like, let's say like a, you know, cereal or something like that, I definitely do personally feel like, you know, that almond milk or oat milk is the best option, even when I'm drinking coffee or anything like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and let this melt down, just like so, on low heat. And if you feel like you wanna add a little butter to it, you can. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some salt and pepper. And now I'm just gonna go with some pink Himalayan salt in this mixture and some cracked black pepper. Even though it's already put my dry cheese, you want to put it also in your cheese mixture. And slow it and stir it in slowly. As you can see, the cheese is just taking its time and melting. And this is what you want when you're creating your cheese sauce. And this is how I create my cheese sauce. And now the cheese has completely melted. Look how thick that is. And when our noodles are done boiling, we are going to add this to our noodles. As soon as it's done boil, drain them. But look at that. This is what you want your cheese sauce to look like. You want it to look like it's going to stick to your insides. So now we have added in some butter. We are going to melt this butter all in our noodles. And you're just going to stir and let the heat from the noodles melt the butter. And also what I would do, because I noticed when I did it, I guess, I don't know if it's because I was rushing, but any other time I would add salt and pepper in my noodles. Now, not too much salt, simply because, cheese already has a high sodium count. So just sprinkle a little salt and butter. I'm sorry, salt and pepper in here while you're melting the butter within the noodles. And see, we just gotta make sure we keep stirring. Wrist game strong. So yeah, we gotta get that done there. And see, our cheese is starting to bubble. So at this point, we gotta make sure that we are pouring all of this cheese sauce into the noodles, because you do not want it to burn. And now I am just going to go ahead and start coating all these noodles with that thick, delicious cheese sauce. It is so good, y'all. Once you make macaroni and cheese this way, you're never going to want to buy that ragu cheddar sauce, Velveeta, because there will be no reason to. Like, this is the best homemade macaroni and cheese from scratch. Look at all that cheese. It's thick, it's delicious, it's creamy. It is so good. And you want to keep stirring until you feel all of the noodles have been coated. And I should have been using a better spoon and not that type of spoon, but that's okay. And right now I have set my stove to 350 degrees. I had to speed it up and layer it off camera, but we are only allowed 15-minute videos. So my next video, I will show you guys how I layer it. Please stay tuned and watch the next video.